feel like this is the moment in my life where I'm most happiest and strongest. So I feel like this would just change my life completely. I just really want to get to the next stage. I don't want to go home. I'm not ready.
Hi, Despina. How are you?
I'm good, thanks.
How are you feeling?
Nervous but excited.
She laughs there. She was shaking. Go on, tell me. Go on.
I forgot my words there, and I tried to style it out, and then it went wrong.
It was okay. We got Simon there saying, you know, that, you know, beforehand that he likes what you do. Have you had any contact with Simon, you know, since the show? Is he too busy doing his thing?
Yeah,
you think
he's
you
way
are?
too busy.
He is, isn't he?
Yeah.
He must be making millions now, because they've got the Saturday show now, haven't they?
Yeah.
You know, the voting was on.
Sunday, you mean?
Sorry, the voting was on Sunday, wasn't it? So that's 2 shows now on TV. They're definitely doing big things, and worldwide as well. You sang Purple Rain by Prince on that extract that's there as well on Boot Camp. You know, that was your performance there. How do you find that, you know, on approaching that performance? Was it different to your first one? Were you more confident, or how was it?
Yeah, I mean, because we also had another performance before that, which was to get into groups and perform.
Yeah.
And sing a song out of a list, and I wasn't too happy with that performance. So, well, I'm never happy with my performances, but I really wanted to just show a different side to me. So I thought I'd pick that song, and I was thinking it's either going to be really good or really bad.
So what else was in your list? Go on, tell me.
Oh, it was just the obvious ones, I think.
No, because I've heard some things. I've had obviously past friends that went, you know, Daniel de Bourg, who went to the live stages, good friend of mine.
I mean,
his tune was stripped from him on the day. He had to learn a song in the day, and he didn't even know about it. It was Simon's decision. Made it look like it was Louis' decision. I don't care. I'm saying it anyway because, you know, I know you don't have to say what you're going to say, but I'll say what I'm going to say, you know. Yeah. But yeah, go on, tell me if
it did happen this year. They cut a couple of people's songs, but then they put it back in because everyone complained. So.
All right.
Yeah. So, but it wasn't one of my songs. Thank God.
Thank God it wasn't.
But that wasn't for the solo performance. That was for the group performance.
Okay.
Yeah, so for the solo performance, it went fine. They had loads of different choices. They had Daniel Merriweather Red.
Nice.
They had I'm Not Telling You, Jennifer Hudson. Wishing on a Star. They had loads of different ones.
So they had quite a pool of music to choose from. What was boot camp like?
It was really, really hard.
I saw pictures of all the valises, all the suitcases.
Yeah, we were on like 1 or 2 hours sleep a night there. Yeah,
really?
we were rehearsing till like 4
That
in the
must have
morning.
affected you though, in terms of how you know, your mentality for the performance.
Yeah, it did, because I mean, it was interviewing, and loads of interviewing, and our dinner wasn't too great. And there was a lot of waiting around, but it was really exciting. I just loved every minute of it. Like, even the bad bits, it was just,
Okay, and speaking of the bad bits, we have to give him the last kind of clip of Despina's time at X Factor. Yeah, so let's give him this now.
Up next is 20-year-old Despina, whose large Cypriot family spurred her on to success at her London audition.
You have got 4 massive yeses. Congratulations.
But far from home, their expectations are weighing heavily on her mind.
Yeah, I'm really feeling the pressure today. I'm so scared I'm going to let my family down, and I just feel so disappointed in myself. Yeah, I can't go home with a note. It just means so much to me. I just don't want to do it.
When there's no one else, look inside yourself like your oldest friend. Just trust the voice within, and you'll find your strength that will guide your way. You'll learn to begin to trust the voice within.
Thank you. See you later.
See you later.
a hard song to sing.
She made it seem pretty easy though.
You did?
It seemed easy. I'm not sure that she put her stamp on it. I'm not sure that she showed me something that was different.
Do you think on that you might have done enough?
I hope so. I don't know.
That's all doom and gloom, innit? Your stampan. They wanted to put your stamp on it. I mean, that must be so hard to do when you're just trying to deliver a song in the way that you know it should be delivered, because it is a hard song to do. You know, people have got in touch with you and said, you know, you did do it justice. What do you think of Danni's comments there?
I mean, they obviously gave us the song, so they gave me 2 songs, Celine and All By Myself and that song there, and they were really hard songs. I don't know how you could put your own stamp on it within, you know, 2 days. Not even, well, you only get half an hour with the pianist, so it's like half an hour with the pianist for 2 songs, and you're trying to get the words right, you're trying to like connect with the song, but at the same time they want you to put that own stamp on it, and I found it was a bit hard, it was a bit nerve-wracking to do that within a day. And that's fine, I understand about the connection. Maybe she didn't feel that, maybe the audience didn't feel that, but
I think you did really well though, you know. Taking my hat off to you as well. It's very daunting going in there. I can imagine sitting inside Danni and her sister Kylie Minogue. What did it feel like when Kylie Minogue is just sitting in front of you waiting for you to do your performance?
You're looking at her and you're like, am I really
Was it daunting though when you went in?
Because you're in Dubai and you're in like some amazing suite and you're like, oh wow. And then they're just sitting there on the chair like they're like just anyone.
It's a great hotel though.
Amazing.
Massive hotel, wasn't it?
Really
I mean, why was Danni's place in Dubai in a hotel? Wasn't her house good enough? Like everyone else's. You know, maybe she hasn't got that mansion that Simon's got or something.
I think like, privacy reasons.
You actually came out there sounding quite pessimistic. Did you actually think, you know, obviously when we see it back and when we hear it back, you can tell you didn't perform it to the standard that you wanted, maybe. I mean, that whole week it wasn't even an excuse, that's why I didn't even mention it on the show, but I had a really bad chest infection and I think it got to me by the end of that song. So I sort of, my voice started going. At the end of that clip, you actually said thanks or something, but it didn't come out. It's just like your lip sinking.
And my voice, I was like, oh no, my voice is cracked up. So so I was like, oh, hopefully I'll do better on the next performance, which I did, but they weren't going to show that one. So.
Describe that feeling though, you know, when you first, you know, when we look at all these people who don't get through, it's a true emotion that comes out across the TV screens, and we could all feel your pain there. Was it something that, was it heartbreaking? What was the feeling like?
It was heartbreaking. I mean, because you're there and you're practicing and you're putting your all into it, and you know only 3 people can go through, and you're just, the fact that you're basically going up that lift and going towards Danni, and just the words coming out of her mouth is probably the worst thing. So even if you know it deep inside that you're not going through, it's not the same as actually hearing it, and I don't know, it sort of kicks in. I mean, so
at that point, do you just want to leave, or do you know, what would you...
we didn't have our phones on us for a couple of days, so I just really wanted to just leave and go home, and I wanted to talk to my family, my friends, and I just wanted to leave at that point.
Now, what would you do differently now? If you, I mean, obviously you can look back and it's all reflective at the moment, but I think you gave it a good shot. But what would you do differently anyway?
I just think I wouldn't let my nerves get the best of me, and I'd just give them a show what they want, really.
I think you did, but it all comes with experience anyway. And what have you done like previously in terms of experience performing, singing? I mean, have you done many shows and things like that?
I have in the past. I haven't for the last year, but I mean, in the past I've performed in front of 50,000 people at the most, and I've done... You're joking. So I've done stuff like that, but I think it's more nerve-wracking when you're in a room with just 2-3 people. So that's something you have to like. It's more intimate, and you have to connect with those. You have to connect with those people. And maybe I didn't connect with them in that performance, so I can understand that.
Okay. And what things do you prefer? You know, in terms of musical genres, when you're performing or when you're even listening to music, what's your musical preference?
I listen to everything really, so I'm influenced by everything. So whether it's rock, whether it's jazz, it can be pop, R&B, soul. I listen to everything, garage.
I'm glad you're saying that. I mean, that's a big message to tell up and coming singers out there, because some of them are too pigeonholed into to what they can use for themselves and what they appreciate. Now, no one's saying you have to be something that you're not, but taking the actual appreciation for music, that you know, you can't put a label on that.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, I listen to classical in my car, I listen to rock, I listen to R&B, hip hop. No matter what I do on radio, though, you still draw influences from everywhere in terms of music appreciation, like yourself. So since you do that, are you going to convey those styles in your music, or is there something that you want to home in on? Is what I'm trying to say. Is the market? Because you know, we have to be honest. If someone does try and cover every angle of every music genre, it usually fails. So is there something you want to home in on?
I think there's just different aspects that you can get from different genres of music. So you can get like the 80s, whole 80s vibes come back now. The whole electro, you know, you can mix that with, say you're an R&B singer, you can mix that with your R&B. You can mix that with a good beat. It doesn't have to be. It doesn't mean you're going to be classed as anything. And if you're sticking to R&B, you can just put different influences in it. It doesn't mean you have to go and sing every single genre of music.
Exactly. That's a good it's a good note now to play one of your tracks. You gave me a CD when we came in the studio. I was scanning a couple of the tracks. There's one that you wasn't going to play that I wanted to play, which was the second one. We'll try and get two in, actually. We've only got half an hour left and we've got still so much to do. If you're just tuning in, it's myself, Funksy, and Despina from X Factor in the hot seat at the moment, but I think she's not going to want me to keep saying from X Factor, because that's exactly what my friend Daniel didn't want as well, because you start getting tarnished with that one, Despina from X Factor. No, she's an artist. She's going to be a well-known artist, hopefully, in her own right. She's working really hard now, and we appreciate you coming on the show. You spoke about that kind of old school influence. I've actually got a Janet Jackson track that I'm going to give to them, hopefully, if we have time. That's kind of on that kind of 80s vibe that you saw. But in the meantime, I want to give your track to them. So do you want to introduce the first track? Should we do the first track that you wanted to do?
Well, both the tracks are actually produced by a good friend of mine, Giorgio Savides.
That's my epithedon.
Yes.
I'm a Savides as well.
Yeah, really? Yeah, very good producer, really good friend of mine, and both the tracks are written for me. The first one's called Let Me Go.
Okay, and here we go. Here we go with Let Me Go. Go on, Des, go on. Go on.
Let me go, let me go.
Chorus from the top, chorus from the top.
You chose your water and you swam deep, and now you come to me and plead, but I'm not staying, you already know. It's way too late, just let me go. You played with fire, you brought back heat. It's your own fault, and now you're on the street. Save your excuses, I don't wanna know. It's way too late, just let me go.
I had to put you on the spot there in the time for the song, you know? That was great. So it shows that you can do it live and it's good, and we all know that we wish you the best.